you want to know that muscles pull in the direction of the muscle fibers. So for example, these muscle fibers are going up and down. So this muscle is going to pull the arm up, and as opposed to these muscle fibers, which are more horizontal, and they are going to pull that arm over horizontally.
Our next one, if you're doing the cardiovascular system, you've got to know that arteries, which are typically red, travel away from the heart. But veins, which are typically blue, carry blood back to the heart.
All right, for joints, this is when two bones come together. So this is also known as articulating. So for the temporal bone and the mandible bone, they come together and articulate at the temporomandibular joint.
All right, if your anatomy class has any histology, which is looking into a microscope to see things, what is histology? Well, this is bone. And what you do is you take a little chunk of the bone and you put it right on this slide, if you can see right here, underneath a microscope.
Another good thing to help you learn the skeletal system is knowing your bony landmarks can help you understand what is on the bone. So right here we have a tubercle, which is a small bump, and down here at the hip bone we have a trochanter, which is a large bump. So knowing that information can help you learn which part of the bone it is.
Another thing you want to know is that a lot of things in the body travel in pathways. What does that mean? For example, the blood vessels, you need to track blood from one blood vessel to the next one, to the next one, in the pathway that it normally would travel. So not only knowing each part, but the sequence or order of those parts as well.
All right, another important thing to know is your directional terms of the body. So knowing, is it the lateral collateral ligament, or is it the medial collateral ligament? Or knowing if it's proximal or distal. So that can really help you figure out where are those muscle fibers pulling and where that is on the bone.
Another thing you gotta know is that oftentimes models and things will color certain anatomical structures so that they pop off and you can really see these things well on the models, but in the human body, they're not this animated. For example, nerves are often very bright yellow, but in the human body, they're not bright yellow. They're just kind of a palish color. So learn them with the color, but they're different in the actual body.
All right, another good thing about anatomy is that it is your own body, and knowing that can help you learn and remember and retain that information about your own body. So when you're at the gym and you're working out those muscles, think about what are those muscles and what are those actions and how are they allowing you to lift that weight or pull that resistance band, and that can really help you learn if you're a kinesthetic learner and understand anatomy.
Anatomy is comprehensive. So you can see this model here, we've got bones, we've got tissue, we've got muscles, we've got nerves, we've got blood vessels. Anatomy is all the body systems together. Make sure you learn them separate and together. All right, and our final thing to know before you take anatomy is that anatomy can help you as a student,
As a parent,
as a professional,
as a person.
as basically anything that you might do in life. Knowing anatomy can help, and it can help other people, which is why we are so passionate about teaching anatomy and helping you guys learn as well. So this has been your video on the top 10 things to know before you take anatomy class. Thanks for watching.